Okay, let's see what we can do to make this work without sacrificing all your coverages, okay?
Okay, cool.
So, first place I want to go to is your medical payments coverage. I mentioned that we had 10 times the coverage there that you have with Allstate. Not required or mandated by law that you carry $10,000. Now tell me about your health insurance. You talked about it a little bit. What deductible do you have on your group benefit with your
Oh my gosh, we're going to a $5,000 deductible.
$5,000 deductible? Okay, so I can come down a little bit. My concern there is if you have a bad accident in January and you haven't met your deductible yet, you got a $5,000 deductible. So maybe you okay with coming down to the 5,000 level there? Okay.
Yeah, no, I feel, yeah, that's okay.
I don't want to sacrifice too much of your coverage there, so it's not gonna mess with your price too much. It came down from 220 to 214 a month. How does that sound?
It's really not enough. What else can you do, Peyton?
Sure. Okay, the next place I want to look, the best bang for your buck on this comprehensive and collision insurance in the state of Georgia is the following, okay? I'm going to recommend you go with a $100 comprehensive deductible. Reason being, okay, I know you get on 85 a lot, driving down 85. You ever had a rock flood, hit you in the windshield?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the way your current policy stands, Allstate's not doing anything for you if that happens, and it breaks your windshield. And it happens all the time. There's thousands of those every year. So if I move it down to $100, now you only have $100 out of pocket, and we're going to take care of the rest. And the typical windshield replacement is about $600 to $750 in Georgia right now. So I'm going to give you actually more coverage there. All right, now on the flip side of that, I see that on your MVR, you haven't had a lot of claims, or at least you haven't had a claim in about 4 or 5 years, right? So you're a good driver.
Right.
I would reward yourself for that. Let's raise your deductible up to a $1,000 collision deductible. That's normal anyway. That's pretty much what everybody does now anyway. Those are typically larger losses. They're easier to absorb a $1,000 deductible, and that'll take your premium down to what did I say, 213 last time? To 207 or 202 a month. How does that sound?
I don't know, Peyton. Is there anything else you can do?
Sure. All right, tell you what, I know we gave you a little bit more rental car. Now, that rental car coverage is good, though. I could bring you down to where Allstate's got you on the rental car.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, because it sounded like they were kind of being chintzy on that coverage.
I don't want to do that.
Okay, let's see. And I don't want to, let's do this. All right, you mentioned, I know you got good credit because you're in our mutual company, which is a fantastic company. Not a lot of clients get in our mutual company. You still got the car financed with Ally Financial? Okay, how are they doing on the rate for you?
I don't know, I make the payment every month.
How much do you pay every month?
$420.
Okay, might be worth a shot. I'm gonna get you over, when we're done with this conversation, I'm gonna get you to my bank specialist and have her run some rates and see if I can save you some money there. So keep in mind, we've got some creative ways that I can save you some money on the car financing. You probably didn't realize that we did that.
Okay, no.
Okay, so,
But let's say if I could, I don't move over there, I mean, that's great to talk to your specialist, but, that's iffy.
yeah, iffy. Okay, so, and essentially we're at a crossroads. All right, I don't want to sacrifice your coverage. All right, we're at a point now where we've got to make some decisions. If we're going to try to make this work, we're going to have to start sacrificing some of the coverages that I know you and I think are the most important things for you to have.
Okay.
That asset and income that we were talking about.
Okay.
All right, losing your income, losing your assets.
All
All right, so I've got, your liability limits at a sufficient level, and then I've also got death benefits on your policy, and your hospital indemnity benefit. So which one of those are you not feeling right now? Or are you thinking that you might not need?
What's the hospital indemnity benefit?
Yeah, it's an awesome benefit. It comes with all of our plans. It's $250 a day if you're admitted to the hospital. Okay, and all you got to do is an emergency visit one day, and it's $250. It's kind of like Aflac. You heard of Aflac? Okay, where it's just they kind of pay you money if you get hurt. It's State Farm's version of Aflac.
Let me ask you something, because the death benefit is kind of cool, but how much less would it be without that HI policy?
Without the HI, or you know what I could do?
Well,
You said you had a 9-year-old, right?
right.
Is he playing ball?
Uh-huh.
But football or basketball?
Basketball.
Has he ever been admitted to the hospital?
Sometimes.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to move that benefit. All right, because everybody in our book of business gets the benefit. So what I'll do is I'll move the benefit down to him. All right, so that you've still got it, and that'll lower your cost another $4.75. So now I'm down to $198 a month. How does that sound? Now we're getting pretty close. And see, You were paying 175.
Right.
Now for $1 a day, I've got you at 10 times the amount of coverage on your liability. Still 5 times on the med pay. Better coverage, better bang for your buck on your comp and collision. Still kept your hospital indemnity benefits, but now I'm giving it to your child, and you've still got the $25,000 death benefit. How's that sound?
Wow. Perfect.
I give you a little more pushback. Still a little too high.
It's still.
Still a little too high? Okay, so, no problem. I like where we're going on the HI though, so I'm gonna keep the benefits on your son. We can kind of do the same thing with the death benefits as well.
Really?
Yeah.
You
So,
move it to,
we can move it to your son as well, or maybe even to your spouse.
well, he's much younger than I am.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Hint, hint, I saw that.
Oh.
All right, so if we move that over, you know, we're not talking about a huge deal. Does he smoke or non-smoker?
Oh, no.
Okay, so, wouldn't save a ton, but maybe another $6, $7. I mean, so we're really now, you know, getting into the ballpark of giving you a lot more coverage and not sacrificing a lot of that coverage we talked about. How are we looking now?
You know, that sounds great. I really need to talk to my husband.
All right, I'm gonna let you teach that before I go.
Okay. But,
Because
hey,
I really want you to teach that before I go there. All right.
Yeah, cool?
Cool.
Cool? You're so smooth. All right, so what did you hear? What were